Alright, this is a quick demonstration of what I have so far. We're gonna start up the emulator here. This is an emulated version of the Wi-Fi clock. Once it boots up, you'll see the Wi-Fi information here. More bars means stronger signal. Everything on this display here is going to be made up numbers as we go along. Once the screen loads up, we can load into the clock settings. It's a Wi-Fi router like setup. You just go to the IP address configured. So once you go here, this is where you set up your Wi-Fi router. If you don't want to type in your SSID, there's a Wi-Fi lists button here. You can show the list. It'll just scrape for your local Wi-Fi's. Because this is the emulator, there's only one choice. Just click on the button and it auto-fills in. And then you just type in your password. You set your time zone so that the times are right. If you're not on the list, there's a manual lookup link here. Moving right along, we have the toggle button. Right now it's set up to like a page mode, where every 10 seconds or so it'll switch to a different page. The bottom half, the top half stays the same pretty much, just displays the time. So yeah, every 10 seconds or so this will switch to a different mode. Right now it's only set up to show temperature and humidity. You can re-enable Wi-Fi signal that it showed up on the startup there. The more things you have displayed here, the longer it's going to take to flip to them. This does work. It works better in Mark rate mode. I'll show that later. There's also smoke levels, and I'm also going to have it grabbing Aurora data off the internet. The way Aurora data works, basically the higher the number, the stronger, the better the chance to see an Aurora. So right now it's showing the smoke levels 0 to 9, or 8 of 9. And in a second it'll change over to KP data. These are random numbers, it's not that smoky here. So KP6, there we go. So we can just re-enable all these. And then we can turn on scrolling text mode. If you'd rather this. So instead of pages, it just scrolls through. Also, if you don't like 24-hour clock, or don't know how to subtract 12, you can change it back to a regular clock. We're going to leave it there for now. Next page are your alarms. This is where the alarms are going to be set up. Nothing here is going to work on the emulator right now. There's the info mode where you can see everything at a full glance. Temperature, humidity, smoke levels. Again, these random numbers on the emulator. Next tab here we have is display mode. You can choose the brightness. And you can choose your font color. Right now it's set to rainbow. I have a couple pre-selects here. Like Candy Cane, Easter, Sunset, and Aurora are a couple that I've thrown in here. If you don't like any of those, there's a manual option, and you can just pick whatever colors you want here. And it's throwing a pink. Any color you want here, and it'll display it that way. Next up is you can make your own message on the screen. The classic calculator message. You just hit show message and it'll bring it up, and then switch back to the time after it's done. These are the letters you can choose from, put in the box here. Then we have Wi-Fi paint. It's a whole different screen for this one. Works best if you clear the screen first, and then you can draw. Pick your color with the checkbox and draw whatever you like here. If you don't like any of the preset colors, you can again choose whatever you like. You can draw with that. You can get as fancy as you want, but the cool thing with this one is the load image button. You can load up some images on your phone. It is 16 by 16 resolution. It's not going to look awesome, but it is kind of interesting. I'll throw a couple up here just to show. What you can end up seeing. Now, if you're leaving this, it works better if you clear it and re-enable the clock. If you forget to re-enable the clock, it's right here too. The rest of these options won't really do much on the emulator right here now. They're for the real hardware. But yeah, this is what I have so far. All these toggles work in real time, but if the clock reboots, they'll all be reset to default unless you save the toggles. And yeah, that's pretty much it for what I have right now that I can show on the emulator. I guess the next would be showing it on the real hardware. Thanks.